Okay, class, so this is Smith Creek at the bridge on Moreland Gap Road. There's actually a little mother duck over there. I don't know if you can see her flitting around. She's got some little babies that are over by the bank, and she's all worried about them. And you can maybe even see them kind of trying to head up through the stream to get to mom. They're all worried about me being here, and I don't see them. Maybe they're just having fun going down through the rapids. But there they are, crossing the river. But the reason that I'm taking this video is so you can take a look at the condition of the bank and just do a brief creek, waterway evaluation. So we're looking at this this creek. This is Smith Creek at Moreland Gap Road, and we're seeing right below the bridge here, up against one of the pilings, we're seeing a lot of debris up against one of the pilings. So that does inhibit flow to some degree, but the creek has pretty good flow this morning, and there's like a shallow area right across over there where the water comes over and kind of gets exposed to the air, and so it probably picks up a little oxygen in there. But the banks, I want you to look at the bank of the creek, and as your team, you're going to talk as a team about the condition of the bank. Is the bank in good shape? Is the bank in rough shape? What does a river bank or a creek bank in good shape look like? Is this bank inclined to release sediment from erosion in high water? And take a look down here at this side. You see some rocks along the water there, and there's a lot of vegetation. And if you can look right on down there, there's some more rocks. So there's a lot of vegetation along both sides of Smith Creek at this location. Okay. And so I'm just quickly looking around the area. This is all very flat out this way. As a matter of fact, I would say to the right side of the road, the water probably stays down in that field. To the left side of the road, the water, of course, would run off down into the creek. And if we turn the other direction and take a look, may not be able to see it, but there's a field through the trees over there that probably has a crop, will have a crop planted on it. And then, of course, over here is the Massanutten Mountain up behind, and there's the knob. And so looking to this side of Smith Creek, which is to the east side of Smith Creek, all of this water, when the water cycle drops water, when precipitation comes and water falls out of the sky, and the water cycle is feeding the surface water, everything to this side is going to run off right down to this stream. Okay, and so we're going to go to the other side of the bridge and take a look down the creek the other direction. So here we're looking downstream. About a mile downstream, Smith Creek actually flows into the Shenandoah River. They join down at the far end. If you follow this on down, this is Mount Airy Farm over here. If you go right on down the creek, it will run into the Shenandoah about a mile down the creek here. So again, we're looking at the creek bank. What's the condition of the creek bank? A lot of rocks along the creek bank here, a lot of vegetation. I see, if you look way down, I can see down about there's some roots exposed from trees. Over here on this side, we see some roots exposed. We see just dirt right up against the riverbank right there. And so not as many rocks on this side, although there is, notice up behind the trees, right up in here, if you can see, right up behind the trees in there are some rocks back up in there. So if Smith Creek was high, the high water, there are quite a few rocks showing right through there. And even on this side as well, there are quite a few rocks showing along here. So just a look down into the water. The sun's shining pretty well, so you can probably see into the water a little bit. I wouldn't say it's crystal clear. There's something, it's like a piece of trash or debris stuck down in the water over there. And over on this side, you can see the water's got a fairly moderate flow rate, nothing real hard and heavy today, but the water does look somewhat cloudy, and the clarity is not real great. So I'm going to take a sample now, and then after we've watched this video in class, we'll test the water and we'll see what the water's like in Smith Creek today at the Moreland Gap Bridge, Moreland Gap Road Bridge.